Hello lords and ladies, welcome back to Cartoon Hangout Reanimated, your place for all things cartoon. Do you ever sometimes just pick something to watch, not because it looks particularly interesting, but because it's new? I did that with this show. I wanted to cover some new upcoming shows and movies, and I thought, hey, this doesn't look like garbage, so I'll add it to my list. And then, it turns out to be good? What? A Tale Dark and Grimm, not to get too dramatic or anything, it's probably one of the best new cartoons that I've seen in years. And that's just based on this first episode. Sure, it could go massively downhill later on, but man, am I hyped about this show. You know how when you're a kid, you're led to believe that the Disney fairy tales are the accurate ones, but when you're older, you find out the stories are much, much darker than you were ever told? This series seems primed to take the old fairy tales and bring them back to their darker origins, while doing so in a dark comedic tone. And I, for one, am here for it. Give me more shows like this, please. Ones that aren't too afraid to maybe scar kids a bit, like their predecessors, Courage and Grim Adventures did. I honestly couldn't really stop comparing the show to those older ones as I watched it. From parents who behead their kids, to gruesome falls onto candy cane fences, this first episode doesn't exactly shy away from being refreshingly dark. The narrative is told via three ravens, who do help to add some comedic balance, so the show never gets too off the rails. Like, kids still need to be able to watch this.
Alright, can we just check in on the children who are watching this right now? Are you guys all okay out there? How about that, little kid? You're still here? A woman just got impaled on a peppermint stick.
If you can laugh off the darker moments, you'll probably be okay, right? When they kinda show the kids Hansel and Gretel being decapitated, I thought, okay, so it'll be kinda dark but tasteful. Then there's a later scene that comes out and just, whoa. Didn't expect it. It was amazing. I grinned so much. Yes, I'm talking about grinning at a horrifying death scene in a show for kids. I'm a psychopath. I've already gushed too much without really talking about what the show is. As you can tell, it's a reimagining of Hansel and Gretel, that old story about two kids who almost get eaten by a witch. Except the story doesn't end when they defeat her. No, the show is going to further explore these two as they escape their own story. It isn't the first time there's been something like this, but A Tale Dark and Grimm seems like it's going to do it really well. It sets up some mysterious characters, so you're tempted to watch more, and leaves viewers with an, oh, are the kids not going to be safe again? Moment. It's sort of like an animated version of a series of unfortunate events. I also think framing the story around the ravens and their take on what the kids are doing or how the story is progressing is really smart. It's not groundbreaking, but it helps that the ravens are as fun to see as the main characters. The ravens don't distract from what's going on, and often add some colorful commentary. More shows should probably take notes on how this show hooks you almost from the beginning and doesn't let you go. Heck, I wanted to watch more, but I'm going to wait a few more days before I binge it. Also, the animation is so good. It's really fitting, and reminds me a bit of Shrek for some reason, but that might be the fairy tale theme. Though that movie could be dark at times too when it came to the fairy tales. So maybe my comparison isn't too out there. I don't know why I'm so shocked that a modern CGI cartoon looks so great, but it has this movie level quality to it. A Tale Dark and Grimm is a surprisingly good show, or at least this episode is. Great characters, a deliciously dark tone that isn't too much for a younger viewer, and equally beautiful animation. This, along with The Ghost and Molly McGee, is the perfect show to watch this month. Maybe even more so, honestly. If I were to give out scores, it'd be a 9 out of 10 on this one. And that's my review of the first episode of A Tale Dark and Grimm, the newest cartoon from Netflix. If you've seen the show, please chime in with your thoughts on this first episode.